Hey, how's it going out there today, everybody? Hope everybody's having a great day. We're going to talk about a load I just finished up last night. I'm going to go over some numbers on this, talk a little strategy. So hang in there. If you could, while I got you, go ahead and hit that subscribe. Like the video at the end if you think it's a good video. That promotes it throughout YouTube, and that's what it's all about, trying to help more people and more people. So I booked this load at $4,900 and made it to it was 2 picks. It's 2 picks, 7 deliveries. Chicago to Atlanta. And when I made it to the first pickup, right off the bat, like basically as soon as I got the load, they started changing things on it. And I was like, oh, maybe this is why this load was paying this good, because it's total 1,100 miles, just under 1,100 miles. Actually, 1,104. So that's like $4 a mile, $4 plus a mile. I'm like, man, that is paying good, even with all the pickups and all the deliveries. But then the crap kind of hit the fan. They call me and they say, hey, we're switching the first pickup and the second pickup. So I was like, yeah, okay, I don't like it, but okay, because it really didn't add any miles to the trip. It was just, like when I get my plan set up in my head, I don't like it when they switch things on me. So anyway, I booked it for $4,900. Made it to the first pickup, had a 9 p.m. pickup Friday over there, and I sat there until noon the next day. Now, the way it worked was the second pickup was scheduled for noon the next day. And the broker told me, he says, here's the deal. If they don't get you loaded at the first stop, we're just going to take what they put on you at the first stop, and we're going to Georgia with it. We're not even going to worry about the second stop. And I was a little excited about that, honestly, because the first pickup only put 2 stops and about 3,500 pounds on it. The second stop was where all the stops and the second pickup was where all the stops and all the weight was. The load total was under 20,000 pounds. Not a big load, 19,000 and some change. But, so I call them. I said, I know you said if we can't make the second pickup, but I said, I hate to, and I wasn't going to take a pay cut. I told them, I said, hey, if we just do the 1 pickup and the 2 deliveries, I still want the $4,900. They said, that's perfectly, that's the way it's written. That's the way we're going to do it. So I was cool with it. So the thing was, I got done at about 12. I called him. I says, hey, I'm like a few miles away. I said, it's 12 o'clock now. I said, I could probably be there by 12:30, 12:45 by the time I get my paperwork here, get loaded up, get locked up, get on the road. I said, I'm going to be about 30 to 45 minutes late. And initially he says, nah, just go ahead and go. And then he calls me back and he says, wait a minute, let me call them and see if they'll load you. Because, I'll be honest with you, I don't want to do that to a customer. I understand, the brokerage that put this together, they can't control how long it takes somebody to load something. But I've worked with them a lot lately, and they've been treating me really good. So I wanted to kind of, go above and beyond a little bit, if possible, for them. And boy, did it pay. So he calls me back. He says, all right, here's the deal. You're going to be a work-in at the second stop, or the second pick. You're going to be a work-in. And you got to be at Walmart in Georgia Sunday night. And this is already Saturday afternoon. And I got 800 miles to go for the first delivery. So the way it worked out was I got over to the second stop, or second pickup, got in there. They loaded me pretty quick. It took about 3 hours because they actually had to unload the first stop, put some of their stuff in the front, reload the first stop, and then put the rest of theirs on the tail. Total nightmare. They did a really good job over there, though. I was happy to get in and out, being a work-in and having to do all that work in 4 hours. About 3.5, 4 hours. Really nice. So, broker calls me back and he says, hey, I called the customer. I told him what happened. I told him the pickup is ridiculous. We sit there for 15 hours in a door. He says, not only, he said, they're going to give you layover pay for that, $250 for sitting there for 15 hours. Not only that, but they bumped the rate up to $6,000. So it went from $4,900 up to $6,000 plus $250 layover. Total revenue on this load was $6,250 on 1,100 miles. That is $5.60 a mile for all miles to the carrier. That's $4.53 a mile to the truck. That is $5.84 a mile loaded miles. I had 33 deadhead miles on a 1,071 loaded miles for 1104 total. That's 3% deadhead. So basically, the deadhead was nothing. The load went smooth as butter. The drops did. I did like 5 deliveries from Sunday night to like midday Monday. I did 5 of the deliveries. So then, on Tuesday, I just had to. The only thing that messed me up on Tuesday is they had one like in the morning and then they had one late in the PM. So, it was no big deal, but it was kind of like, it tied up a whole nother day. But I was able to get reloaded early in the AM this morning, so I ain't even stressing it. Got a really good paying little short run I'll talk about on the weekly recap. If you guys aren't subscribed, subscribe, because I do a weekly recap every week, talk about the money, the loads, everything. Good, bad, I don't care if it's, it just is what it is. I'm not one of these guys that only does it when I have a great week. I do it when I take the week off, I still do one. You know what I mean? But anyway, let's go over the variable cost of this load. Fuel, I spent $3.54 in diesel. On a load that pays like this, to spend $3.54 on diesel is money. $33 on reefer. It was a 34-degree start and stop load. It was cool at night. Other than some humidity on like Monday, it kind of got a little hot in Georgia, with some humidity. Reefer ran a little bit thin, but like I said, not much. At 33 degrees, it's not going to run a whole lot. I spent $30 in parking. I paid to park 3 times on this load. Once in Chicago for $15, once in Atlanta for $10, and then last night again for $5. But, honestly, when it's convenient, I don't mind it. The $5 one, I don't mind at all. Like, what's $5? 15 a night's getting a little steep. If you had to do that all the time, it would add up. But I'm still not going to complain, because it's like I can either pay 15 in parking or I can spend 20 on diesel to drive to a truck stop that might have parking. So if I'm at a truck stop, they got parking, I'll come off the 15. I ain't going to cry about it. $11 in tolls. Basically, I had one small toll on the deadhead and then one small toll to get out of Chicago. So $11 on that. Let's go over that. Let's run it down again real quick. $3.54 diesel, $33 reefer, $30 parking, $11 tolls. Total variable cost, $428. Didn't even break down the revenue. Let's break down the revenue real quick. $6,250 total revenue after the layover, after the added rate. $6,250 to the carrier. That is $5,000 to the truck. That's really good. Like I said, that's $453 a mile to the truck. So you take the $428 variable cost away from the $5,000 to the truck. That leaves me $4,572 to do what I got to do with. This load was Saturday, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. So 4-day run. Not bad. Tied up some time. Like I said, I like these multi-stops because you think, to make on a 4-day run to only do 1,100 miles. That's like, what, 275 a day, something like that. So, I mean, it's just making the stops. You know what I mean? It's more about logistics than it is miles. And I'd much rather get paid to think than to drive. Because the way that works is I'm not putting wear and tear on my truck. My maintenance fund builds really quick when I do these loads because it's good revenue. I usually do 10 cents a mile on maintenance, but I kind of have a minimum per week. Like if I make a good amount of money in a week, I bump up that maintenance fund. I put a little extra in. So it helps build up my maintenance account because, I'm not, cycling through tires and oil changes and things like that is quick. So love these runs. Going to try to get back on them. But as of right now, 4-day run, $4,572 to do what I got to do with. Really digging the multi-stop. I kind of wish I would have stayed on this cycle of just going back to Chicago, getting a multi-stop, bringing it out, delivering it, but we didn't. So this is what we're stuck with. But anyway, guys, let me get on with it. In the description, you will see a link for the Mud Flap app. Everybody sign up with the promo code in there. Get yourself $10 worth of free fuel. Gets me $10 worth of free fuel. I don't do it just for the free fuel, guys. Honestly, I do it because it helps people. I've got 7 people signed up on Mud Flap so far using that promo code, and I know they're saving money because they keep coming back and buying, and they tell me they're saving money. So try that. I got another channel, Truck Diabetes. We talk about diabetes and trucking and struggles of all that. I do have type 2 diabetes, so check that link out for my new channel. And until later, guys, take care of each other. Bye.